Yo, so we got a huge news bomb last night for Wuthering Waves in the form of two brand new characters, as you can see right here and right here. Now, this happened at, what was it, 3 a.m. my time, so I completely missed this, dude. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but although this character's design is pretty darn good, like, in Homeboy over here, like, he seems more of like a 4-star to me. They haven't been shown in the story yet, right? Am I wrong on this? Like, she's brand new. There's no way. We've never seen her before. But this guy, I think we've seen him in a cutscene, but I could be totally wrong about that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think we saw him in a cutscene once, but he wasn't highlighted as a very important character or anything like that. So 1.2 seems like it's going to be more of not necessarily a skip patch, but like not necessarily like a very, very hype patch, which is totally fine. This allows the developers to have some time to cook for future characters and future patches. I mean, bro, Scar, Camellia, what's Scar's like sister's name or whatever it is? I don't want to say it wrong, but it begins with a P. Anyways, dude, we have some super hype characters coming to us in the future, and I think they're just giving themselves some times to cook. And this also allows free-to-play players and pay-to-win players to recuperate their pulls and build back up so they can try to get the characters they want with more of a guarantee or more opportunity to get those characters. For example, I have every single character in the game right now. I have every premium character in the game right now. And it would be nice to have a patch that isn't quite as hype as JINHSI and CHANGLI so that we have some time to recuperate our pulls for characters like Camellia and Scar, two fan favorites in the community right now. So we are going to speculate on the damage type of these characters as well as the weapon. We don't have much to go off of, but I believe if you read into things a little bit, you might be able to potentially figure it out. We'll go into that in just a sec, but I did want to point out just one more thing, that the devs did have a bit of a rough launch. They are hiring more and more and more developers because they weren't expecting this much success, which is a good thing. They want to make the game good, so they are hiring more people. So this is going to allow them to have a little bit more time to cook with a patch that's not necessarily as hype as, let's say, JINHSI and CHANGLI back to back. So let's go ahead and take a look at their character bios here before we speculate on their damage type and their weapons here. What I wanted to say is the sunlight on you right now is so beautiful. Can I paint you? Ooh woo. Dude, I almost died of cringe. Why'd I have to say it like that? Oh my god, I'm such a loser. Anyway, she was commissioned as a painter, quiet and shy, with a dedication to her craft. She's not very eloquent, but her persistence and love for painting speak volumes. So she is a painter, and she has eyes that remind me of... Bro, do you guys know March 7th from Honkai Star Rail? Her eyes are basically March 7th's eyes. It's actually kind of crazy, and her aesthetic is pretty cool. I want to show you guys this image right here from, I believe, the Chinese Twitter, where you can just see a little bit more of the character, mostly down here on the bottom. So we have confirmation that every guy and every gacha is like trapped by wearing pants only. Like, the only thing they're allowed to wear is one color, the same color pants. Like, that's it. They're just generic pants they picked up from JCPenney. Like, it's just straight up just normal pants every time. But with our lady over here on the left, we have some lace, like, I don't know, like undergarments or whatever the heck that is. And then a little bit of a short dress going on right here with the side kind of cut open a little bit. The speculation right now, like for me, is that on the right here, we have potentially a 4-star character. And on the left here, or sorry, on the right here, it's a 4-star character. And on the left here, we have a 5-star character. If you take a look at their like outfits and whatnot, I think that's pretty obvious, right? Like, because we haven't had a new 4-star character in the game since the game came out, bro. So it does make sense to me that they will release a 4-star amongst the 5 stars. And although they have copied a lot of what Hoyoverse does in terms of releasing their like their systems in a lot of a similar way, it doesn't mean that they have to release 2 5-stars and a 4-star, because even Honkai Star Rail stopped doing that. they haven't released a 4-star in Honkai Star Rail for like 3 patches. And we are going to get a new version of a 4-star. Coincidentally, it's going to be March 7th. But we're going to finally get that after 3 patches. So there's no written law anywhere that says they can't release 1 5-star and 1 4-star along with their patch, right? So I think that's what we're getting here, because when we take a look at Xiangli, we see a robotic arm, which is very cool and unique. We see what looks like a circuit board sort of style shirt on like his undershirt there, if you can see. But he doesn't really look as like well designed or like as like unique as, oh Jesus Christ, as let's say like Zhezhi over here, this 5-star character that we have going on right here. So I just wanted to point that out, that patch 1.2 might not necessarily be the most hype patch that we've seen in this game so far, which is fine, because we have characters like Scar, we have characters like Camellia, right? We have Scar's like sister and stuff like that. We have some very, very hype fan favorites that they have still yet to release in the game. And I think that, you know, Kuro Games is just giving themselves a little bit of time to cook and giving the players a little bit of time to recuperate their pulls, right? They don't want to keep giving us stuff for free to recuperate our pulls. They want the game to function a certain way. And I think this allows the players to, allows them to recuperate their pulls. If they felt like skipping a character or two along the way, that's totally fine. I've heard rumors that we're going to be getting Xiangli for free. That's what I've heard, but don't take that as rule of law. That could be totally just rumors. It could be totally false. I've just heard a rumor that we might be getting Xiangli, but again, that's just a rumor. Now, we are going to speculate on the damage type and the weapons for these characters in just a second here. I just wanted to point out that patch 1.2 is not necessarily a skip, but it's definitely a time to recuperate your resources if you are free to play or even pay to win, and it also allows the devs some time to cook up future patches. Let's not forget that this game had a bit of a rough launch. They ended up hiring a ton of new developers. Like, they have been hiring more people to help develop their game rather than just like hold on to the money they're making. They weren't expecting the success that they had on launch. And so they're pouring that money back into the game, which is overall a good thing. And again, this allows them some time to cook up future patches to make sure future patches are good, right? Everybody wants good content, right? So this allows them to be able to maybe cook up a future patch to be better. It's fine to have 1 or 2 really hype patches in a row, have one that's a little bit more like dead or mellow, and then come back strong with another patch after that. And so the speculation so far on her is that she's going to be potentially a rectifier user that is a healer, right? Now, I've also heard she might be an ice type, but I don't know if people are reading into it too much. Just because her eyes are the exact same color as March 7th's doesn't mean she's necessarily going to be ice. But I do see these little like bluish like balls on her wrists here too. I think there are some hints, like this reminds me of mistletoe right here, her earrings. I could just be wrong about that, right? I can't tell what her earrings are actually of, but I could see her being ice type. I could. And funny enough, her eyes remind me of March 7th, but her outfit reminds me of Ron May from Honkai Star Rail. So there could be some inspiration of Ron May and March 7th combined here. That is totally just speculation, but I'm trying to justify the rumors I heard about her potentially being an ice type user. Now, a healer rectifier, that makes sense to me. I don't think you have to stretch things too far to feel like this very timid painter is going to be more of a healer than anything else. I think that makes a lot of sense, right? But the ice type thing, that I'm not too sure about. But hey, man, if we look into it, she does look like a mixture of Ron May and like March 7th. Like if Ron May and March 7th had a baby, that's probably what they would look like, right? So let's go ahead and do some speculation on our boy Xiangli over here, which I think is a 4-star. Like, that's just my speculation personally, but I mean, the guy he doesn't look as inspired as the other premium characters we've gotten so far. Now, the speculation is that he's a lightning type user that uses gauntlets. You know what I mean? Like the more fist weapons. which I think makes sense to me because he's got a robotic arm, so he's kind of like a what is it? Is it an android or a cyborg? He's kind of like a cyborg because he has a robotic arm. That's literally what a cyborg is. He's part human, as you can tell from his face, and you can tell from his left arm over here. It's only his right arm and shoulder that look robotic. However, on his shirt, you can see what looks to me like a circuit board style thing underneath like the vest he has. This is very, very reminiscent of a circuit board. So it looks to me like he's likely going to be using his body very heavily for combat. And if a character uses their body for combat, they remind me of a monk style character, kind of like a gauntlets type user, right? So that's my speculation as of now, and so basically I have to agree with the rumors that I heard about him being a lightning gauntlets user. And you might see this as a bit of a stretch, but he is a robotic user, right? Let's read his character bio real quick. As truth seekers, we gauge the universe from within a nutshell. I'd love to hear your insights. He's a principal investigator. Wait, what the hell? Haozhou, am I saying that right? Haozhou Academy's principal investigator. Zhengli Yao displays exceptional expertise in various research fields. There was more to this, right? Show more. Whatchamacallit? Where'd it go? He is a gentle yet rational soul, embracing unique insights and commitment to the research of automata mechanics. So, because he is a sort of like more of a mechanics, like automata kind of style guy, it makes sense that he uses his body for combat. And if he's using his body for combat, why couldn't he just use the electricity running through his body as part of a weapon? So this guy uses his body as a weapon more than likely. I could just be talking out my ass right now. I probably am. But I'm just trying to justify the speculations that I've heard. And these are just speculations, so they could be totally wrong. I just wanted to let you guys know about these characters mostly, and that it doesn't seem like as hype of a patch as we've seen in the past. But, I mean, nah, I'd pull. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she looks kind of cute. Shoot. She looks kind of cute. Darn. And if we get this guy for free, that would be totally sick. I'd build him. Why not? Right? I'm not necessarily going to pull for the guy just because he doesn't seem very inspired to me. But, dude, who knows? Maybe he could be meta as heck, and we could be totally wrong about that. Why do I keep clicking that by accident? So I just wanted to point all that stuff out to you guys. So if you found any of this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, consider leaving a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.